since 258, Anthony Joshua's management company, on the 16th of July, put out, "Evening at Queensbury, any update on why Daniel Dubois isn't signed up for Vada drug testing yet?"
Well, he is, and he was, and that's it. You know, it's just a nonsense. I don't even know why that come about, and it wasn't the way to do it anyway. There's no, you know, to just sort of put things out like that. I just, you know, we're very happy with that, but it's done, dusted. No need for it. From the time we were informed by the Vada, I remember he was coming off of Vada testing as well for his previous fight. When they notified us, I think it was within less than 2 days. I think it's roughly 40 hours. It was done, and I've seen the exchange of texts between him and Andy, who deals all that in my office. And there was just no need to do that. But look, that's, you know, they did. I'm not going to make a big thing of it. All I care about, just they're being tested, not just by Vada, also by UCAD. And Daniel's always passed everything he's done at all times.
So Frank, just for the viewers, can you explain how the process with Vada works?
You sign up for it in your agreement. If you're in some organisations like the WBC, if you want to be ranked by the WBC in their top 15 or 20, whatever it is, you have to be regularly Vada tested, as was Conor Benn. That's the only way you get rated. If you've got some title fights, mostly these days, well, probably nearly all big title fights, you sign up for Vada, and they come and do their random testing, and that's what happened. And it was agreed. Remember, this fight's not next week. This fight's in September.
Yeah.
And those are the words of Frank Warren as he responds to 258 Anthony Joshua's management company for blasting and posting, you know, the question of why hasn't Daniel Dubois signed up for Vada. Okay. Now, good direct response from Frank Warren, because he's like, well, he was and he is, because remember, he was on testing fighting Philip Hrgovic, which didn't happen too long ago. I mean, the first of last month, right? So it wasn't that long ago. So he just came off of a drug screening from that fight. And we now have 258 asking about Daniel Dubois, you know, and then we also have UCAD as a factor because they're the other agency that does testing. So, you know, I think this is what should have happened. Daniel Dubois is not a very vocal person, and you can tell. Frank Warren is his promoter, but you know, if Daniel has a team that he so-called hires to help him with stuff, I think he should fire all of them, because the minute 258 came out with that type of shit about why hasn't he signed up, that the people that he works for should have immediately jumped on that shit. See, we don't know if they've already contacted Dubois before making that post. We don't know that. Okay. Now, Frank Warren's saying that they weren't. So he's implying that they didn't say or mention or ask anything of why Daniel Dubois hasn't signed up for Vada yet before going public. Okay. It's one thing to say, hey, you know, Daniel, email, when are you going to sign up for Vada? You know, sincerely, 258. But it's another thing to not say that personally at all and just go public. That's some bullshit. You know what I mean? And if that happened, I do agree with Frank Warren, if that happened, because that's not professional. And it leads people to think that Daniel is a dirty fighter, which, again, just like Frank said, just like I said when the news came out, that we've never heard anything about Daniel Dubois testing dirty or anything. He wasn't even on the radar for testing dirty. You know, if anybody, it was, you know, guys like, you know, the usual suspects, you know, Manny Pacquiao, Anthony Joshua, you know, guys like that have you've associated with drug use, you know, based on reputation and suspicion, never on fact. Okay. never on fact. Manny Pacquiao has never tested dirty, and Anthony Joshua has never tested dirty. Okay, so, you know, that you have to make that known, because people like to, you know, stretch and, you know, look into shit and, you know, all speculate and all that stuff, and it's not even true. And I'm glad Frank, though, took it upon himself as his promoter to, you know, let everyone know that it was in the contract when they signed that, hey, you will be taking Vada testing. You know what I mean? So we don't know how detailed that contract was, right? We don't know how detailed that was, like, hey, you have to start this particular day. And if it already put that in specifics, that means 258 just pulled some shit. You know what I mean? And I think it's just clever mind games from them at that point. Like, hey, why haven't you signed up for it, knowing damn well that they did? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Frank Warren responding to 258, blasting publicly that Daniel, why hasn't he signed up for drug testing by Vada? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!